We are live.
Hey, I
See,
can still hear you too. That's good.
that is a really good sign. We're live. We can be heard. We can be seen. We can share a screen. We can welcome everybody.
Paul.
Dottie, Paul. Paul, we're so sorry, man. We're going to get better at the marketing side of this, but you got to understand, we've just been in the middle of building too much and we barely have any time as it is, but 100%. We'll get better at notifying you. It is what it is right
Oh, we're
now.
not going to go with my way.
Well,
I told Ed I was going to start sending out 5 minutes late, Paul. We're just going to get worse and worse with the bad marketing.
he wants to test your patience, Paul. See how far he can push you past the
Yeah.
line. No, I don't want these people to wait. I don't want them to be in the dark. But they just have to understand we had a couple more things to put into place, and now it's about to get really fun, Rob. It's about to get really fun.
No, trust me, I know. I saw it.
You saw it. So, yeah, I'm going to give it just a couple more minutes because it is just a minute after here. Thank you for showing up, everybody. Sorry for the last minute invitation. We will get better at those, like we were just saying. If you were around last week's webinar vanished. The recording failed because Rob and I were trying to test the software, and it recorded 15 minutes of nothing, left us completely empty-handed. So everything we talked about last week, if you weren't here, you will never know, which is unfortunate, and we don't want to do that to people. We want to have recording. So tonight I'm recording two ways. We've got a backup recording software and a primary recording software, so that hopefully doesn't happen. But we want to talk about exciting happenings because it's exciting. I don't know what to say, Rob.
We so last week, if you were here, we were working on some of the bots that we were trying to build to help utilize the Content Maxima files to make it to simplify the usage of the data that you're provided. And we showed some of the bots and some of the hiccups we were having. And basically, we, as they say, cracked that nut this week. And we're ready to show you the what we have. There's still going to be some hiccups probably on some of the bots, but we're excited to show you what we got and what you guys are going to get just for being a Content Maxima user.
I'm going to go ahead and share my screen. Now the tricky part will be if it's screen 1 or screen 2. No.
I think it shows you a preview before you. There you
It
go.
does. Thank goodness it does.
Yeah.
Perfect. Okay, so we talked a little bit about this last week. We're going to talk more about it this week. This is not an official launch event. We're going to do that eventually here, Rob. We're going to put some ad money behind this. We're going to do an official launch event. This is for you guys who've been early adopters with us at Content Maxima. This is going to, if you thought you had an unfair advantage before, this is just going to put you on another planet. Like, this isn't another level. It's another planet of possibilities. We believe that each one of these could be a revenue driving bot for you. We believe you could put them together in all sorts of wild and crazy ways that we haven't even thought of yet. We don't even have a system to do that yet. But in short, like Rob said, we started this exercise in custom GPTs with the vector bot and the prompt library and some of the other stuff you've heard me talk about before. Now we want to introduce you to Maxima Bots. This is the same concept, but it's broken out of the OpenAI environment. We're still using the OpenAI API key. The reason we're doing that is so that it's obviously compatible with Content Maxima software, and you can now create, if you wanted, Another key, we'll talk about that, another API key to use Maxima Bots instead of Content Maxima. You could use the same key or you can use separate keys, and that way you can track your usage. I'll give you a little bit more on that advanced kind of strategy, but what you need to know now is this is live for you. I want you to look at that URL up top. This isn't a fake dummy holder page, anything like that. This is completely live, maximabots.com. And there are 1,075 bots currently available to you as a Content Maxima subscriber. You are going to help us figure out which ones we like, which ones need improvements, which ones should be removed, which ones are missing, what we should build in the future. This is a huge open opportunity for all of us as a community to, again, generate a lot of new revenue, to offer new services and products for people. It's a whole new way of using the Content Maxima data. And it was inspired by you guys because remember, all of this happened. Rob and I set out to build Content Maxima. We did not set out to build Maxima Bots. What happened was the data that we had is so clean, so semantic, so well formatted, so well layered for the AI, for the machine learning, that it was found out that we could use these files in any AI chatbot, any of these, big platforms, and we could get much better results because essentially what you're doing in AI is you are, we've got a couple of people saying they can't hear you. Dottie's saying she can't hear us, but I don't know. It seems okay on my end. Let me know if you guys can hear us in the chat, just so I know, so I'm not going too far down a rabbit hole. But yeah, long story short, we are going to introduce you to this library right now. We can take some of you guys. It's having a hard time accessing the link. Okay, www.maximabots.com. I did put a forward earlier today. If you just type Maxima Bots, if you don't have the www, try the www just to see if that works for you, Sam. If that works better. All right, so Sam can hear us. Okay, everybody can hear. All right, sorry for the delay back and forth, guys. We just want to make sure you're okay before we get too deep in this. So yeah, anybody who can right now, you can open a browser. You can head over to Maxima Bots. The whole point of it is to take your marketing intelligence data and get you quick deliverables in just a few seconds, right? 30 to 60 seconds. We want you to have something tangible that you can go execute, or you can go sell, or you can give to your team for them to go execute. We don't want you to waste time having conversations with AI. Everybody can talk to these chatbots. Everybody can use AI, but wouldn't it be great if you could just get, fast results, a tangible result though, like a spreadsheet or a document or a plan or a guide or a calendar, right? Something that you can physically go away with and hold on to and use. So let's take a quick browse. So right now, I've just updated this interface again last week. If you saw it, it was not quite as built out. We have the ability to browse the nearly 1,100 bots. And I just want to talk about the interface quickly so that you know how it works. The search is pretty self-explanatory. If you're looking for a specific thing, I don't know, if you're typing in Facebook, it'll start to pull in all the Facebook bots. If you're typing in Pinterest, it'll start to pull in Pinterest bots. If you're typing in copywriting, it'll start to pull in headline bots, all different bots. So you have the search feature. You can sort by name, rating. You'll have a favorites list. So as you get to know these bots and work with these bots, some of them you can actually favorite the bot by just clicking the little heart icon over the bot. And then right here, these are the main category filters. So our software is for marketing and advertising, right? Digital marketing, digital advertising. It could do more things, but really we're after digital marketers and small business owners and enterprise corporations that are selling online. Could be anything. So these categories are what we have for now. They might change, but they're really focused on digital marketers and business owners and people who are selling things online. We could put in things that are offshoots though, right? I mean, there could be a fitness library, or there could be, I don't know, some sort of mental health library, or just there's a million things that could be built on top of the Content Maxima framework. This is just the very first one. So these bots here, you can click a category. So if you're into SEO, you click SEO, it'll filter out uh, these, and it prioritizes them based off of their rating, like how new it is, if other people are using it. So there's a whole system in here. As you guys like and dislike bots, they'll prioritize themselves in this list for you to try. So you have the whole ability to select the filters up top and search on the left hand side here. This is a lot of filters, and you'll have to, it's a little crammed right now. I see if I can do better on the interface, but these are a couple accordions over here on the left, because again, there's a lot of bots, and the count in the bots isn't, or the count here isn't reflective of the number of bots. It's reflective of the number of like subcategories in there. So these are like the core marketing right now, the major platforms, the major topics like e-commerce or Facebook or local SEO. So right now I have local SEO toggled and SEO toggled because it's all of the SEO features. So you have these accordions you can pop open. You can search by a specific platform. You can search by a specific topic, all that stuff. You can also filter by the number of stars. There's not a lot of stars or ratings in here yet because none of you guys have been in here yet and using it. So then as we add new bots, as bots become popular or trend, like we will tag them and it'll change the flow of this ecosystem here. So let me show you how to use them, show you what might happen, and then we could take some questions and work on some real life problems here tonight. I don't have a problem. Rob and I will consult for you guys and help you get best results for your customer, your clients. We can dig through these bots and see which ones might be helpful to you. And the whole point of this is an extra for the doers versus the builders, because we've realized that our Content Maxima software is great for people who are builders and researchers and are building out campaigns and really like to take full control of their SOPs and design, systems and processes and really just get their hands dirty. Then there's a whole group of people who either they don't have the time to be in the weeds like that, or they just need to get something done, right? They have clients, they're trying to make money, they just need a tangible to walk away with. So if you're a doer, Maxima Bots is going to be your best friend. If you're a builder, Content Maxima is probably going to be your best friend. There, of course, is going to be crossover, and we expect you guys to use Content Maxima for strategy side of things and the bots for the tangibles and the executing. So let's do this money mapper, which is what the past couple episodes here on the Bad Marketers webinar I've been trying to show Rob, and let's see how well it does. And we'll use a similar set of data, the tree data that we have been using, just to see how it goes. So the interface is simple. I want to show you this here. So you're in this money mapper bot. There's a back button to go back to the gallery, right? And you can also go to the homepage. So all you'll do is you'll upload up to 6 Content Maxima files. Now, Rob's still working on a train AI button. There's the potential of changing this out here to automatically just call and talk to Content Maxima and train your bot, because each one of these bots you open, I've just opened this money mapper for the very first time. I need to quote unquote train that bot. I need to provide it the Content Maxima files so that it has this data set to look at when it's executing. So it's up to 6 files, because some of you have only analysis files and matrix files. Some of you have everything. So it just depends on which tier you're subscribing to and what you feel like uploading. Sometimes you might not want all files. Sometimes you might want just specific ones. In this case, I'm going to upload all of them. So let me come in here, and I will find that tree service data. So again, to remind you, it is our signatures module on Content Maxima, perspectives, pathways, personas, matrix, and analysis. This will become a train AI button, so you don't have to do them all individually, but doing them individually and allowing you to upload the ones you want right now, it just gives you more control. It might just be a little bit more friction for you. So your responsibility is uploading those files after you've taken them out of Content Maxima or exported them there. The business context, we've talked about this before. I can pull it up again in the members area. We have under the Vectra custom GPT. I will change this out to be available for, we'll have to put something in the members area about Maxima Bots, but this is just a simple business information template. It's something for you to fill out for yourself or your client. It asks the basics: your website name, industry, niche, any type of target audience information you have, your services, your products, what tone you prefer to speak in, if it's casual or more formal or any of that type of stuff. So this will help outline your brand and allow you to personalize or customize data. So I have filled out this template already. I've just been using a tree company's data, so I'm just copying and pasting it. Just text, okay? It's nothing crazy. It's literally just plain text from ChatGPT. I told it to do the research rather than filling out the template like you guys should. You should do a better job than I'm doing right now, but you could put anything really in here. It's just designed to be your brand or business context that goes in there. So now what happens is this Money Mapper bot will use the Content Maxima files like a vector database, like a little library, right, to train on. And then it'll train on your business. And then you come down here and you can click generate output. And when we click generate output, it's going to prompt you for your Content Maxima email, whatever email address you subscribed with. That right now, it pings our server for authentication and gives you full access. So as I am talking to you right now, you could be in there trying this. You could be using it. You just put in the email that you purchase with to verify. That's how we're doing it. We're not doing accounts. It's a simple verification process just to give you access. Even if you got access to our bots, because it's open to the public can see this, it's not going to be very useful for you unless you have the Content Maxima intelligence files. So I'm just going to log in here quick. And I know I took it off the screen for a second. I'll put it back on once I'm in. All right. So when you're logged in, it'll show you in the upper right. It's not showing on this page, which is good. I should probably add it, but we'll go out to the home page in a second. And it just says like Edward. It says my name in the upper right with a green check mark. That way you know you're logged in. So I have my files loaded. I have the business information loaded. I'm going to click the generate output button. I put in my email. The second thing it prompts you for is your OpenAI API key. Same one you're using for Content Maxima, or it's your opportunity to get a fresh API key so you can track your Maxima bot usage versus your Content Maxima usage. So I will paste in my key. It will remember for 30 days. You don't have to always keep putting this information in. It'll stay local in the cookies on your device for 30 days at a time. So now I can finally, that I'm logged in and it has my API key, Maxima Bots will run for me, just like it'll run for you. So I'm going to click generate, and this little progress window will come up just letting you know that, hey, we're processing what you're doing, we're creating it, we're generating it, and then we're completing it. So you have to sit here sometimes for a minute Worst case, maybe 2 minutes, right? Depends on what you're outputting. If you're doing something much more complex, like a big calendar with hundreds of entries and columns, I mean, you could be waiting for a while because the AI has to generate that file and bring it back to you. So a minute or two is what it's going to take for most of these bots, and then you'll have your file to download. So we're letting this go here. I'm going to look anything in the webinar chat right now, Rob, or we're good? I think we're good.
We're good.
Okay. So yeah, we'll give this another minute to generate, and each one of these bots, its whole purpose is to put out, again, some sort of tangible, either a report or a guide or a strategy or something for you to use to make more money. And the reason I say make more money and get ahead is, again, what's behind this is all that Content Maxima data, so we know the quality of that data. And now we can put a bot on top of that, and we can just do amazing things. It's getting so much fun, and Rob and I can't wait to work with more of you. We already have people reaching out asking, are you guys eventually going to do like masterminds, or are you going to do like build events where you build something, or you're going to do other things? Yes, as we get more time, we're absolutely going to have masterminds, smaller groups focused on specific things. I don't know what those are going to be yet, but if you have interest, please let us know, because at this point we're not publicly advertising yet. So you guys are getting, again, super early, but now that all of this is built, we'll start to run ads. We'll start to recruit people into these weekly webinars and into some of these paid events and paid groups to really try to build out the community. So we haven't invested in building you guys out yet. You guys have been with us for a long time. We appreciate that. If you are someone new and you're hearing me say this, well, welcome, because you're, again, not quite ground floor, but you're real early, and we haven't flooded the market with our existence yet, which we will. So you'll see up here, there's a preview box of what was generated, and then you have the download button. This is where you can help everyone. So don't just download the button, or don't click the download button immediately. Please help us as you use these. Was this bot helpful or not, right? And you're going to say, well, how do I know? Well, I guess you have to download the file first. So maybe I'm speaking out of turn here, right? This is where you should prepare what you're going to say and not just say it on the fly. You'll sound a lot smarter. So you download your file.
Guy, Mike.
I know. Download your file. Decide, was it helpful or not? So let's just download this. And we'll open it up. We'll see how good it did. Fingers crossed. It's been a long, long battle to get here.
Yeah, the one I ran earlier was pretty good.
Yeah, I think it was phenomenal. So we'll see. All right. So this has generated a 100 article, approximately, until it runs out of tokens. So just under 195 different articles. It has established pillars, up to 10 pillars, based on the complexity of the topic, and given you a targeted keyword for that page, given you really important secondary keywords, have given you some idea of where you are in the stage of the customer's journey. What CTAs, what buttons, like you're going to put a button on that page. What's the button going to say on that page? Specifically, that page. What tone you should be writing in, your voice, right? If whether you have an actual writer you work with, marketing assistant, AI chatbot, doesn't matter to us, but the tone that you should take on, and then giving you a URL slug suggestion, right? How would you put your keywords in your URL? This was all generated in that, 60 seconds? Maybe it was 90 seconds on this one. This file is beautiful. It's incredibly optimized. It's ready for you to run off and use. If you set up some sort of automation in your tech stack, you arguably could just take this file, drop it in somewhere, and boom, you're firing off automatic blog posts on different websites. I mean, the potential of each one of these files. This is one of the almost 1,100 bots that are in here that use this data to generate a file that is this useful. Like, if this doesn't scream opportunity for you guys, I don't know what will, because it's incredible. The results are incredible because they're using that Content Maxima data, so they get so focused, they get so accurate for your niche and your industry and for your customers. It just takes all of the work out of the equation. And if it doesn't, let's just say that spreadsheet, well, I liked it, Ed, but it was only like 75% of what I needed. Well, think about that. 75% of what you needed. Like, we're trying to get you guys to the places you're going faster. We're trying to help you scale your business because you can be making so much more revenue by offering these services. And again, you could use this spreadsheet as your own strategy or for a client, or you could sell this strategy. There's endless possibilities what can be done. So you decide for us. Back to the whole community building aspect part of this. This is a bonus. Maxima Bots is a bonus. It's not the software we started off to build, but it's an amazing software that has come to be on top of the Content Maxima framework. Please rate it. Tell us if it was helpful and give it a star set, because that'll help move the bots around. So as each one of you is trying bots, if you find a really good one, push it up to the top so other people find that good one. If you don't like it, say not helpful, give it bad stars, push it away so less people use it and come across one if it has an issue. If one of them has an issue, please open a ticket. Let us know. We're here to fix the bots. We're here to help you guys. We're here to fill your pipeline with all sorts of customers, leads, all that stuff because of this system. Literally nothing out there that even remotely begins to give you the options we're giving you here with Maxima Bots. So if you by chance didn't get what you wanted on this page, you ran it and you were like, I didn't like it, or if it errored out or something happened, you don't have to refill it all out again. You can actually just click the generate output button again, and it'll go off and do the whole thing again, just so you know. So you can keep clicking this button. Obviously, don't spam the button because you're going to break it. But click it once, download your report, decide if you like it or not, click it again. You could always do best of 3, best of 2. We're all learning in this. Nothing about this has ever been done before. Nothing about it will be perfect, but we feel like it's so good right now, we couldn't hold it back any longer. And we just wanted to get it into your hands, and we wanted to give you guys a reason to stay with us. Why are you going to pay Content Maxima every month? What's the point, right? This is one of those points, and just one, because obviously we have a bunch of stuff going on, but you have an 1,100 AI robot marketing, advertising, business strategy at your fingertips. Now, you'll see up top here, recently used. So as you use 3, 4, 5 of these bots, we'll use some of these other ones too, but they'll pop up here just for easier access for yourself. And then it starts to show you like how many times the bots were used, their ratings, and again, the different badges as we add them in, because we anticipate adding more bots for you, and we anticipate removing bots. We'd like to really curate this. This is just a really good starting point for you guys to have a lot of fun with and get a lot of work done and make a lot of money. So I'm going to try another one, Rob, just because
Let me jump in real quick.
Please do.
So what I was wanting to say is just to reiterate and say it in a different way than from what Ed said here, right? When we came out with, so Content Maxima is to help give you guys the, which is why we have the bad marking before algorithms decide, right? So that the files you get from Content Maxima are giving you what their AI robots are looking for to help you build your entire system around, right? What we're adding here is pre-building things that then you can put in your files to use. Will these pre-built ones match exactly 100% every time, or I'm going to venture to say never will they be 100% of what you would do, because everybody's business is going to be a little bit different, right? We're just adding these to show you what's possible, right? You could go build your own bots that are even, I would say, narrowly focused to just your exact thing, right? And spend a ton of time building. And when Ed was talking about builders, there are people who use Content Maxima who have completely what's the right word? Basically, they've redone their entire process around the data they get from Content Maxima. So they went to their process on how they do things and changed how they do it using the data, right? And they built their own bots. They built different things, right? What we're adding here is so you don't have to go build 1,000 bots. You can start using them right away. And if you find some that are awesome, give it the thumbs up, move it up so people can use it. Some that don't work, drop it down, that type of thing. We're going to continually work on making these better to go ahead and give you the tools on how to now leverage the data that Content Maxima gives you. For those of you that are, I'm going to say nerdy because that's how I am. I like to go in and code and tinker and see what I can do. That's what those 6 Content Maxima files are so powerful for, because whatever you build, you're building on a solid foundation of what all the AI algorithms are looking for and what Google's looking for, Facebook, all the different algorithms run on the same set of data. So by starting with the data to then go build, if you're a builder, that's what Content Maxima was built for. This is we're just basically pre-building all these bots, so then you can plug your data into it and get 75% of the way there, right? You may go through that content mapper, and there may be a few of them that's like, well, that doesn't really exactly hit what I'm wanting to focus on for my business, right? So let's say we did the tree trimming one. There might be one on, tree trimming around your pool because, you want to look pretty or something, right? Well, that may not be something that you're trying to focus on. So you just skip that one, right? But it gets you 75% of the way there in 60 seconds. And then you can take that and tweak it, build on it, modify a few things, maybe find a couple of these to help change the headlines and just different things like that. But these are like pre-built bots for the people who don't want to spend all the time building on different things. And as you use some of these as well, like Ed was saying, give us feedback and we'll continue to make the ones that are really powerful even more powerful with feedback. So I just wanted to make sure and kind of, this is basically, like Ed was saying, like an added bonus. We weren't planning on building these, but when we were getting some feedback on, well, what do I do with this data now that I have it, right? People who are tinkerers and kind of the nerdy ones like us who like to go in and code and give the files and try to build our own things, like our eyes blow up when we have the data to build upon, because we know that's what everybody's looking for. We're already starting way ahead of people that just go into Chat GPT and try to write a 4-paragraph custom prompt to make something pretty. You're already starting with the data from Content Maxima. This is just pre-building all these bots, and we'll continue to add, take away some that maybe there's like, that one kind of sucks. Let's get rid of it. So some of these may disappear, and we'll add more as we go and fix the ones that everybody gets a lot of value of. So that's how we're trying to give you this bonus to help, for some of it, just to help use them. And then some of these may give you like a little spark on, oh, dude, like look what that did. And it's not even, I could go in and play with and make my own bot somewhere and use the Content Maxima files to build something even more customized to my specific niche that I could add a little bit more information or things like that. Right? That's why I just wanted to kind of drive that home, that these bots aren't being built to 100% solve every problem for every niche in every area and things like that, right? Because these are more generalized to just use the files to get you a good base to start with. So,
and you adding that data is what specializes the
yeah,
generalized bot. So you're giving it your industry data, you're giving it your niche, right? That's what all of that Content Maxima data is. So it just focuses the bot now, boom, knows exactly what to talk about, when to talk about it, and it has all those files. And I think that's one of the secrets. We've said it before, but each one of the Content Maxima files is powerful. It's got great information in it. You could do a lot of things with it. But really, when you put them together side by side and you have that juxtaposition, it acts as a database for the quote unquote, we're going to say here, we're calling them bots, but the rest of the world's going to be talking to you about AI agents. Everybody's building AI agents. Everybody's building automation. Everybody's really good at this stuff, right? They want to sell you a course on it. What everybody doesn't have that Rob and I have here and our community has is we have the training data. I'll say it again, go into any small business right now, any business really, it doesn't matter if it was enterprise or small, and say to them, okay, I'm going to build you an AI, give me your whatever, X, Y, and Z files. You're going to get those files. Half of them are going to be named differently. They're going to be in different formats, different sizes. They're going to be different folders. It's going to be a mess. So the reason using the Content Maxima data gives you such an unfair advantage is it's like, hey, if I know my client's a plumber, well, I'm just going to get the perfect plumbing data set and I'm going to use that. And then if I want it for my client, I'll just layer in my client. Hey, do it for this company. Do it for their services, because it's the perfect data set for that industry or niche. If you just go straight to the plumber or the local service provider or the company and you say, all right, give me all your perfectly organized digital files, and let's make sure they're all the same. And the reason things have to be the same, I think you guys know this, maybe you don't. AI is a pattern generator. These LLMs, not true AI, artificial intelligence, but LLMs are basically glorified pattern generators. So, it's an amazing technology. I don't mean to slight it that way. The people who made it are way smarter than me, but it's a pattern generator. So if I am a small business and I give you 50 different files in 50 different formats, and then I ask you to make me something, there's no consistency. So every time you make it, you're going to get different things and you're never going to be able to produce those consistent results. So a lot of this too is about getting you guys consistent results. The same thing over and over again. It's going to still be inconsistent, like Rob was saying, just because these LLMs, the different AIs, the calls over the APIs, all the engineering, the prompt engineering behind this stuff, like there's so many places where things can quote unquote go wrong or go off the road, right? And go into the woods, get off the path, I guess is what I'm saying. So we're hoping to take this, the pain of doing all that away from you guys and just give you easy to use bots like bing, bang, boom. So again, maximabots.com. If you're already paying for Content Maxima, you get it. If you're not paying for Content Maxima, well, obviously Black Friday week here. This is our big release. There'll be some sort of announcement. Rob and I haven't even had a chance to get there yet for people looking to buy Content Maxima. But this is the biggest Black Friday bonus I could ever give you, because access to this library and being able to use your data in this library, it's awesome. I've been using it for days now and I just can't get enough of it. So I'm really excited for you guys to try it. And if you have questions, please put them in Q&A, or please, Q&A, of course. I will go ahead and start running just a couple other bots just because, right? Rob, do you have anything else you want to do, or should I just pick another one? I can just do like this one quick.
Yeah, pick another one. I don't have any.
All right.
If you guys have any questions, drop them in the Q&A too. And it doesn't
All
have
right,
to be about this. Just any questions around Content Maxima or whatever.
Yeah, we're here to help you guys with anything
If
going
you
on
want to know
with
what the
clients
weather's
or
like in
whatever.
Indiana, drop that in the Q&A. I'll let you know.
Yeah. Get the tree service files going again. I'll copy.
But also, like Ed said, you guys are in at the ground floor of this, so you're watching us build it as we do it, in a way, right? This is like that behind the scenes show that you're watching as we build this thing, because we're trying to give you guys the most powerful data layered library of bots, so you can go out there and just start dominating your markets.
One other thing here, below the generate output, I put in a recommendation engine. So as you use these bots, if you keep going back to one, it'll recommend others that are in the same ballpark. Not exactly the same, but in the same ballpark. So just lets you jump around and discover some of the ones that you may not have, because again, with nearly 1,100 of these at the moment and maybe more coming, it would be easy to get lost. But the whole idea is to hopefully make as many outstanding ones as possible, get rid of any of the junk, and then really boil it down from 1,100 to, maybe a couple hundred or a couple dozen, just like absolutely amazing that everybody loves and uses all the time and everybody's happy with, right? That's what you're here for, hopefully. All right, so I'm running this other bot. We got one Q&A.
We do have one question. Not a question. It's more of a suggestion. They see a lot of the social network related bots, but the GBP one's missing. So that can be one we can work on adding, Paul.
So, Paul, I think there should be GBPs in there. I just don't know that I have it labeled GBP. Let me open another tab quick so that we can look at it together. I believe there's a bulk one in there. So just for the record too, Paul, you can always get posts from your GBP in Content Maxima out of the social that we covered last week, the social module. You can repurpose an article into GBP posts. But yes, if you're looking for bulk posting, I tried to make sure I put it in here. Let me just do a Google search. So we have a Google My Business Post Generator, a GBP review response template, map pack ranking strategy. There's some other Google stuff in here, Google Shopping or whatever. If we need something more specific on the GBP, let us know. That is a Google My Business Post Generator, though. We can do that, right? Might as well. Let's try it, Paul. Let's see if it's any good. I've never used it before.
Oh. I was going to say, I just coded that in real quick, Paul, based on your question, but dang it.
Oh, that's. Oh,
I was going to pretend.
We do have that ability, though. We do actually have that ability to code a bot in like almost instantly for you guys and remove one and edit them, because sometimes certain columns and rows, like this is the difficulty working with AI, is like, okay, why is the row, the second row always coming with the wrong information? It's a pain. You have to engineer it out. Yeah, Google My Business. Yeah. Oh, GBP. Oh, yeah, GMBs, Paul. You're bringing me back. I'm reading into his Q&A. So yeah. Google Business Profiles versus Google My Business. GMB, GBP, same thing. They changed their name, and that's why it's confusing for sure. All right, let me run this quick, and then we'll run the other one.
Okay. While this is run, I'm going to MC said in chat, this sounds great. I think I need to go back to ground zero and find the starting point. So the starting point on this is literally just the Content Maxima files. Ed can pull that page up. So he's uploading these 6 files that he's uploading. That comes from the actual software we built, right? So we're starting after we've run those files. He just didn't show it here because we're waiting on our coder to get a single button runner, and I can crap on him because it's me. Because it takes 15 minutes to run those files. But basically what Content Maxima does, you put in your keyword and it runs. I'm not going to explain all 6 of them. There's videos on our webpage, contentmaxima.com. There's a video training tab, and it goes through what each of the files does, what it pulls, the data that it gives you. So what you use those files to pull all the data on whatever your niche is, or niche, or whatever people say, whatever. That's the starting point, is those 6 files. All these bots here are built as a bonus on, now that I have all this data, what do I do with them, right? This is to give you all these bots to now use your data to generate a content map, to generate press release headlines, to generate GBP posts, to do all these different things, right? The original thought was, if you're a builder or a tinkerer or a coder or someone who just plays in the AI tools, you can upload those 6 files to any of your AI tools, Claude, Manus, Gemini, ChatGPT, any of them, and use that as the base of your conversation, and then start just talking with it and say, hey, I'm looking to generate a content plan based off these 6 intelligence files for this, this, and this. And you just go back and forth until you get something you want out of whatever AI you're working with, right? Some people, some of the feedback we got is, they're not great at, I would say, prompt engineering or building their own bots. So that's where these come in handy, is to be able to do that.
This one just failed, so I'll run it again. I don't know why it failed, but might have to fix it. It wasn't failing a little. I was also in another tab messing around with my API, so who knows? I'll let it run again.
Yeah.
Yeah, and we can, of course, run different intelligence files for a specific niche or industry, as I'm hoping some of these bots work.
Yeah. And the kind of, I know I've rambled on a little bit, but basically what you're seeing here is how to use the files that you've already generated from Content Maxima, which is where the power of this is. So we kind of started halfway through the process here because we already have the files generated, so we didn't just regenerate them for tree service or tree maintenance and landscaping or whatever it was.
Yeah, MC Calhoun, if you want, list your industry or niche. Let us know what it is, or if you're working on a project, just let us know like category it's in. Thanks, Susan. The data is gold. It's literally what the AI thinks. So then you take what the AI thinks, you narrow it down to just what you want it to think about, and then the outputs are awesome. Might have to try another bot. This one's hanging. I don't know why. This one's more complex, which is why I wanted to test it, because what it's doing is it's writing a social media post for each day of the month for different platforms and different tabs. So it's a more complex output. So there's more for more things to go wrong, I guess, in the process. It's slower, more of a chance to time out on the API.
Yeah.
And that's something too, as you guys are if you're a newer OpenAI API user, depending on the amount of money you've spent in your account, you might only be tier 1. To get to tier 2, I think it's like $50 or $100. I forget exactly. Yeah, so this one's failing out right now. I'm going to try this other one for Paul, which was the Google My Business post generator. Let's try that one. But yeah, the consistent file output out of an LLM, a large language model, is brutally hard to get.
Yeah.
I don't want to say nearly impossible, but it's kept me up for forever to get to this point. To even have a prototype that works at the level that this does, it's been a lot of fighting. And I'm not a coder, guys. Believe it or not, I'm not a coder.
Yeah, me neither. That's what's funny.
Yeah. There we go. Let's
I
see
guess
this
on
one.
that other one you did is because you're doing so many social medias through there, your API key times out.
Oh, I'm sure. And that's another thing too, is like each one of these, like we could come up with a cool template file or something, but then based on the length of that file, yeah, you might have issues. So here's a thought for you guys. Think about this. Let's say you have a specific file that you always use for your clients, right? Maybe it's I don't know, just a certain process or something. We could, if it was good for everyone, you'd have to be up for sharing it. We could take that file, reverse engineer, and explain to the AI, here's this file, here's why it was made, here's what's in this column, here's what's in this row, here's why they're in those rows, blah, 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 and then have a bot that outputs that file. So we can almost take an end product, put it into our bot builder, and then get a bot that makes that end product, if that makes sense, with the customized business data and Content Maxima data. So yeah, here is, this was what, GBPs, right? I think they're shorter, but they're all here. And it's giving you the CTA button, right? Which one to use, the book now, contact us. It's even telling you the best posting time. How many did it do? It did 30, Paul. So, yeah, gave you 30 posts. Now, again, maybe that's not enough for your GBP strategy. Maybe it needs to be longer, but at least it's putting you in the right direction of like, okay, you're going to be talking about the health assessment for the remaining trees on properties this particular day. So yes, you might have to expand that out to fit your vision and your needs, but the idea is here, it's done for you it's telling you to post it at 2 p.m. If you don't want to think about it, great. I'm going to use the book now button, set it up for 2 p.m. I'm going to expand on this a little bit. I got my GBP post for the day. I'm done. So, all right, let's look over here. Q&A again, Rob.
Paul said he was running into an issue when his API, he didn't have enough credits to move to the next tier, so he even had other chat bots and stuff that would run into that issue.
Yeah,
So
and
it
so
happens.
it does happen, especially our brand new users are always like, oh my God, your software doesn't work. And it's like, no, like you just made the account 5 minutes ago and OpenAI doesn't trust you yet. Because it's really a trust reputation building system. It's a security system for them. They want you to spend money. So they want to identify who you are, get your credit card, have you spend that money, and then they trust you a little bit. So yeah, I think the tier 2, I can look it up again. Let's look it up.
The next question is, can we add a VA to our account so we can have them run the bots? Right now, we don't have VA accounts, Paul, but what you could do when you're using these bots, all they have to do is put in your email. So they're not putting in a
Yeah.
password or anything
Nope.
because you've already created your Content Maxima account. All they're going to, and then this would be my suggestion, right? So take this for what it's worth. All they need is the email in which you're running Content Maxima on. It validates that you have a Content Maxima license, lets them use the bots. And then what I would do is I would create a separate key, a
Yeah.
separate API key that you
For
use for
each
the bots,
person. Yeah.
and for each person even, because we've
Yeah.
run into places where, like, and this has nothing to do with us. This is just something for security on your OpenAI keys. I would create a new OpenAI key for each person that uses the bots, or maybe just have one for bots and then have one that you run the files with that's separate, so that if you all of a sudden you see, wait a minute, why is this one API key got tons more usage than I'm expecting, you're able to narrow it down. Because what happened to me is I had one API key that I had across tons of software, and then I had a runaway API key, but I only had one key, so I didn't know which software was doing it. So I had to completely kill everything
Right.
to track it down. So this is just, lesson learned, let's just say. So for every different thing, and you can name your API key. So you get a different API key and call this one Maxima Bots API key, for VA or something like that. So wait a minute, why in the heck's this one all of a sudden crazy? That way you can at least narrow down what software is using it. So that's just something that's a good thing on the API side for OpenAI.
100% good practice. Rob and I have both had VA teams, and that's another great reason to you get a rogue employee that disappears on you. Well, you just shut their key off and life goes on. If they disappear on you and it was the only key you had and now they're running a bunch of software on your key and spending your money, you're going to be real upset. So that's another nice way to silo and protect yourself, is just every department, every person, has different keys, and then you can track them all. And I think you know this, maybe you don't, but the OpenAI admin side shows you every API key, shows you the time and day. Like, hey, 9:07 a.m. this key was hit for 150,000 tokens. Like, it literally shows graphs and timestamps and stuff. So you can really take control of everything that way. Here's the tiers just to remind people. So again, free tier, not going to work for you. You're going to be throttled. If it's your first day in a brand new account, this is the absolute minimum to even run Content Maxima you need, and it's not our limit, it's OpenAI's limit. You just need $5 in your account. You could use Content Maxima, but again, you will get throttled. The bigger reports, like the Matrix, right? Because that's 63 different pieces of software running in one. Like, it just takes a lot of tokens, and it's going to eat up that rate. So it's going to potentially fail for you. Now, the way you get ahead is it's actually between tier 1 and tier 2. This is the most important aspect, the 7 days. So they want your account, not just your new account, they want it to be around for at least a week before it starts using more heavily, just to prove you're a person, you're not a bot, you're not malicious. So in order to get tier 2, even if you put $50 in your account, you can't be tier 2 until the 7 days have passed. So it's a little bit of time and a little bit of money. But once you get past those 7 days, then you're kind of reputable to some capacity. And yeah, if you need to go up in tier because you're getting throttled at all, you just add money. Because look at this one, $100. It could be tier 3 instantly. This one here, though, notice 14 days and $250. So if you're a brand new agency customer and you're starting to really use a lot of usage, you're going to have to wait. Like, it's just how your account is warmed up and primed. And this has nothing to do with us. It's just OpenAI. And as we add, because one day, we're not there yet, but one day we'll add in other LLMs for you guys. Every single LLM, whether it's Claude or Grok or DeepSeek or Kimi or whatever, all these things that are coming out, they're all going to have different tiers. They're all going to have different rules on their APIs. It gets complex and overwhelming. So we just stick with OpenAI because they're one of the earliest ones. We've been working with them for a really long time. They have good market share, and we've been able to get really good results from them. But obviously, there's a ton of great stuff coming out in the AI world. So friendly reminder there, though, that's how you get your account reputation up, and that's how you go faster in these softwares and are less likely to fail. So yeah, that was a pretty good one. Let's see what else is being said. MC is saying, oh yeah, you were the Airbnb one, MC. So you were on our first webinar a few weeks back. Yeah. Well, welcome back. Hospitality is a really broad niche. If we wanted to do something, we'd have to go a little bit more specific. But if you don't have a website up yet, I don't even know. So I made this and I don't know. Let's see. I don't know if we have a website planner bot. I was like, Rob, do we have a website planner bot?
Yeah.
I don't know. Or sitemap.
That would kind of be your.
That's the money mapper. I called it money mapper because that's what Rob said. But yeah, if I was brand new MC and I was trying to get a new business found online quickly and have a footprint and be respected quickly, yeah, I would use the money mapper, and I would. Rob and I have different opinions on this, but it's just how big and how fast you want to go. But if you had some core articles up, and I think I'm going to pull it up because it was one of the first ones we looked at. But like most tree companies, if or hospitality companies, they're not going to have like a big website with lots of information. Some of the more corporate ones will. But even like I know one here in my hometown, it's one of the biggest employers, and I don't know, like $100 million company. It's a big hospitality catering company. Even them, they don't have a great. I would say in general, hospitality is not the best for websites like restaurant websites and catering websites and stuff. They oftentimes lack on SEO. They're image heavy. They load slow. There's a ton of improvement to be made, but structuring this information will help you build authority because you'll get the right pillars. And I think that'd be good to look at here too, because you can take this sheet, and Rob will laugh at me at how bad I am at Excel here. But let's see, Rob, if I go home or is it data sort? If I sort, I want to sort by column. Sort by column B, I think.
First, gotta hit enable.
Enable editing. There you go.
Enable editing.
Data sort.
Now click. Go to filter. Close this.
Yeah, I am.
Go to filter. And now right there, because it creates it. Now you can just say sort A to Z, Z to A.
Perfect.
You can pick only if you want to see one of them or the other.
Yep. Oh yeah, so you're trying to get direct booking instead of relying on Airbnb, Google Travel, etc. Yeah, so I think where you're going to come in, like if you have a property you're trying to rent out, like my first strategy would be all of the local things in your area, the attractions, the stuff that's near your property. Those would be like really good content pillars because I mean, I just feel like you're going to win customers that way and get eyes that way if you're talking about your geography, right? The different shows in your town, the different venues and museums, the different parks, I don't know, maybe Rob has a better idea, but if it was a small business,
like
actually,
when I was searching so when we stayed down in Madeira, so down around Sarasota and Siesta Key and Clearwater, Florida, one of the places I saw their site talked about all the places that are within so many miles of the condo that we stayed at, and they had pages on the, like, so let's say we were staying at this condo, and then there was a awesome restaurant, and it would on the page said, this restaurant within 30 minutes, and then you could click on it and you could read about the restaurant, and it had like, talked about the type of food there, some of the reviews of people that were there, had things, it had a place for people that had stayed at the condo that ate there could leave comments, right? So it became a huge site about the area as
Hmm.
much as it was just the condo itself, right? So then even people that were searching for like things to do in Sarasota, right? They would rank for stuff like that, and so they were getting traffic by things to do in the area that the condo's in. Because if people are searching for things to do there, they're going to be looking for a place to stay in the area as well. So they were ranking for things to do, and then also had the condo that they could rent for the area. So they were attacking it from all different directions, and that's how I actually booked one of the places I stayed at.
I think too, like you could even like have some sort of, it sounds crazy, but like what if you had a 1 week vacation guide, 3 day vacation guide? So whatever your city is, like wherever your property's located, right? I'll just say New York because it's easy. It's, if you say, hey, you know, a week in New York, the ultimate vacation guide, it could literally be, I know this sounds ridiculous, but it could be, you know, Monday, here's your schedule of all the things to do, and you actually build an itinerary for these people just to give them ideas, right? And then at the very end, like, so there's a page for every day of the week of what to do in New York. Maybe there's some call out pages with images and tips and go eat at this restaurant, it's my grandma's favorite, all that stuff. And at the very end, if you're looking for an easy place to stay to do this week long vacation, book now. Here's a great condo, comes with
Yeah,
Wi-Fi. Yeah.
here's a condo that's within the area to be able to
Hmm.
accomplish all this in a 1 week stay, stuff like
Totally.
that.
Yeah, so that little guide becomes like a lead magnet for your area, promotes other local businesses and stuff, but you become the solution. Because it's, well, yeah, I want to go to the opera house. Yeah, I want to go to the restaurant over there that I heard about. Well, I need a place that's walkable. So that's how you position yourself to be the property of that area. So I would kind of piggyback on those other things that are near your rental. And yeah, we talked about too, those images, obviously staging your rental to look beautiful, make sure that the bots like your images, because listings, let's be real, the very first thing everybody's looking at are images. That's what catches your eye to look further into that property. So just make sure you have really, really good photographs. But yeah, this is by pillar now. So now we know which articles belong
Yeah,
together.
scroll up again. I want you. This another. So now hit the drop down on content pillar, that little drop down arrow,
Yep.
and see down there, hit select all, and it'll turn them all off. And now just
Okay.
pick outdoor lighting. And this
Beautiful.
allows
Right.
people. This allows
Focus.
you to now just look at. Oh, I only want to focus. I don't have to scroll everywhere. I can just look at one thing. Right, outdoor lighting. And if you wanted to look at a different one, you can click it and things like that. Right.
Perfect.
So hit select all again. And hit OK. Now go to secondary keywords. The drop down. No, the secondary, not the
Yeah.
target. Sorry.
Sorry.
Now start typing pool, and see how all the ones that have the word pool in secondary keywords, now hit OK. And this can now start showing you, oh, well, here's some that all mentioning pools in the blog. So this could be an interlink. It'll help you think about interlinking and different things like that, right?
Very cool.
So this is just a way to use the data to kind of, you start to sort through your data and you can start to see how the stuff can interlink, right? And then like you could do secondary keywords again and maybe, put trimming.
Yeah.
Okay, so there's
Tree
only one
trim.
with the word trimming, but
Yeah, but it's same point though.
yeah,
Easy
but I
to
mean, if
navigate
you
around.
find one, yeah, so you can navigate and you can find one that talk about, I don't know,
Tree. It's going to be
yeah,
everywhere almost, but
but here's all the words that use the tree, like,
yep.
obviously, but tree maintenance, tree landscaping, right? So then all the ones that are landscaping, you could then kind of interlink. Yeah, here's
Here's
one that talks about
gardens.
the trees in your gardens. And now
Yep.
you know how to interlink different stuff about gardening with the tree services, things like that. So
How much do we charge to build it all out? So what's funny, if you hang out here at MC, you're gonna pick up the fact that, like, I guess that's what we're trying to do for everybody, is to allow it click button easy. If I were you, I would try one of these AIs right now, one of these builders. Like, if you're not a big web person, you're not sure what to do, I would make an analog plan by pulling some of the data here, and then I would see if it can build you a website. See what it
yeah,
can do. I mean, it
here's
sounds
do
crazy,
this
but
for me, MC. Email us because we have someone who is offered to maybe help people build these out, and I can get you guys together.
that's another great thing.
Because
Connect
we're not
people in the
doing that
network.
yet, but we have people in our network who
Mm-hmm.
offer that type of thing. So if you email us, I can hook you guys up, or kind of help to work through that stuff. So, and we've talked about we may eventually someday offer some of these things, just like, hey, I want a content plan. I don't want to mess with running it. Da 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 da. Okay, here's whatever. Insert X price, and we'll get you a content plan. Right?
Yeah, it
We're
might not
not
be
there
worth your
yet.
time to
Yeah,
subscribe and, hey, I just need a content plan. I'll give you $20 for it. Boom. And that's the same opportunity I hope you guys know that you have too. So it's where the avenues of making the avenues of making money and increasing your revenue generation are unlimited. It's what you do for yourself, what you do for others, the data you could sell, and then I really think now the affiliate opportunity, because Content Maxima is exciting. I know we're going to have great affiliates and build a great community, but these Maxima bots and how crazy people are right now for AI, and more importantly than just AI, push button easy AI. This is still quote unquote a little complex. You got to add a couple files and whatever, but it's very, very easy. You guys have seen it. You know, this and showing people this library is a money making opportunity for you, because you get somebody to sign up, you'll get residual on their subscription for life. Like, that's what we're going to do, right? We have an affiliate program. It's in the footer on contentmaxima.com. We haven't gone deep on this yet because, again, we're still very early. The community's building, but all of it is set up. We do have a couple active affiliates that were handpicked that are helping us get more users. We will expand it, but just so you guys know, the very bottom of the website, AI affiliate program. If you are interested, now's the time. Like, we want to start being better
oh, you got me
than.
a new jacket.
Yeah, look at that jacket. Have you seen this one yet, Rob, or no? Is it just me
I
torturing you?
no, I haven't seen the jacket, but
Oh yeah, no, we the AI affiliate program. You had to soup up. We got our chains and our
hold
gold,
on.
and we still have our guns. But
What has it look? Pretty close.
I
Got my
think
glasses
so,
on.
man. Like, let's do
Hey,
it.
it's not bad. Not bad.
Look at that.
Oh my goodness, dude, you cracked
It's
me up.
pretty. It's pretty good. Come on, everybody. I mean, what's the point of having AI if you can't have fun with it? Come on, guys. Right?
Oh heck yeah.
Yeah. So AI affiliate program. It's here. Whether you do marketing or not, if you just want to make money, just help us tell people about this. Hey, you hate your job, you got a bunch of tasks that you hate doing, you need to be the more strategic. Well, maybe try Maxima Bots, where it just outputs a report. You show up to your conference meeting and everyone thinks you're a hero. Like, we hope that you guys help us push this and make money by doing it. So apply to become an affiliate. We're going to launch that program bigger once we have more interest. But again, we're slowly building all of this out. But all of the systems are in place. All of them work. All of them, they even pay people, right? Rob, we've paid affiliates, so it is
Mm-hmm.
working. If you would
Oh
like
yeah.
to be an affiliate, if you have a agency friend, a customer, someone you know in another state, another country. Here's the other cool part. I've always been in product or service my whole life, not software as a service. So we can open up to the rest of the world. So I was doing a little bit of promoting in Lisbon while I was there, Portugal, of our software. Other countries for the first time for Rob and I is cool and interesting and new, because we have customers here from the UK. We have customers from a bunch of other countries that I haven't even looked into. It's the first time that we really can do something global. So think about that from your affiliate standpoint too, is like, if you're really looking to make genuine income, like, now is the time, because you can promote Maxima Bots and Contact Maxima anywhere to anyone, because it's useful for everybody who's trying to get found online. And yeah, so please, bottom of the website, sign up, become an affiliate, have your friends sign up, get paid, and get paid consistently, right? Because we're not going to cut it off. And I'm not here to hurt the community. We're here to build the community. So we want you making money how you make money now, however that is, and then also make money as an affiliate, right? You might as well at least make enough money to cover the cost of the software for yourself. At least that's the bare minimum I would do. I'd get a couple friends so that I just cover my subscription, and then I have it for life, and I don't worry. And if you know anything about Rob and I, like, we're just getting started. We're not done. So what you guys see with Content Maxima, Maxima Bots, like, it's just the beginning, really. We're just gonna keep building.
Yep.
Have fun.
So has anybody got any more questions or chats or whatever? I'm kind of trying to keep up with chat, but I don't think I missed any in chat, at least.
Oh, by the way, guys, I told you when you log in, it pulls your name in the upper right, so you know you're logged in. You can manage the API key. So, no account, just authorized to use Maxima Bots.
Yeah, because your account is being handled for Content Maxima. So if your Content Maxima license expires, this will expire as well. They're connected. So
now, anybody can come here, though. Yep.
Yeah, anybody can get there, but when they try to run it, it's going to ask for a authorization with your email.
And right now, I'm not like making this a hard sales page or anything, but there is a link right here if people ask, and that's probably needs to be underlined or something, but it's sending them right to the pricing page so that if they don't have it, they can buy it.
Gotcha.
But yeah, I could probably make that more apparent or fix that. That way, again, if you tell your friends, hey, I'm using this new thing called Maxima Bots, and they come here and they're like, okay, how the heck do I get it? That's where you're going to get it, is going to Content Maxima. So again, maybe make it better, but I'm not trying to sell you here. I'm trying to give you guys the access to the bots, like give you the value here. Content Maxima side of things, we're trying to sell you a little bit more. So
what's funny? So this is just me pontificating here, right? This industry, the SEO industry, is always so used to people just sell. Buy before we close the webinar. It's going away, right? So
I know.
It's so funny. It's just people used to, well, how do we, like, we didn't even build this to have a sales page, right? This is us just trying to add value to Content Maxima, which we think is beyond powerful. But this is just to add additional value to it. That's our entire goal, is to help you guys be successful. So I hope you see that. We're definitely different than your typical SEO crowd. So I'm trying to separate from the SEO crowd, so to speak, I guess you would say.
Yeah, Rob and I don't want to be SEOs anymore.
Out.
We're really good at SEO, but we just don't want to do it anymore. We just wanted to have our own like brands and stores, and
I can talk SEO for days, and I'm sure if you guys have seen me talking, you know it. So it's not that I'm going away from it, but it's just, it becomes just a people stealing other people's information and not building anything unique. So we're trying to build something unique to give to the community. Basically, that's what this project is, and to help you be more powerful than those that are out there just pushing. So
and Rob knows me. I already have like 10 other things I want to build, and he was even, I didn't expect to get this done as quickly as we did, but yeah, I have other thoughts on just other libraries and bots that could be made. Like I think that's the exciting part, is like, it's really a framework here. We're not just a software company, just a couple guys. Like, we built the framework for you guys to just absolutely dominate. And we're getting the feedback we're getting from the people who have started is amazing. So we genuinely thank you for that. And again, those of you who have told us there's a problem or complained or who's made a ticket or whatever, the reason we could even build something like this is because of you guys, right? Understanding. Yeah.
He's got to jump. I'll just stand by.
Have a nice night, Paul. Yeah. But yeah, the reason we could even get this into existence is because of you guys. So I think that now you know it's here for you. Now you know the vision, and we will start to build the community. We'll force it. We'll start to bring in more and more people. But for right now, enjoy it while it's quiet. You'll always have a voice with us, though, even if we get busier. Like, especially on the bot side of stuff here, it'll be up to you guys. If you open a report in here and you decide, oh gosh, like this is great, but there's this silly column C that has to be deleted. It's terrible. Like, let us know. Like, we'll do the best we can to update it. And again, we're staying on the more marketing advertising side of things, but I think there's some good opportunities to, I don't know, do some businessy type things or admin-y type things eventually. But we want to be an AI marketing tool and content strategy company. That's where our focus is. That's what we know. That's what people know us for. So I don't want to go, crazy on something that's not what Rob and I know, but we could, or you guys could, if you know a niche or industry better. And again, that's where I said there could be fitness and diet bots. There could be all sorts of other things. It's just endless that could be done. So please go try. Please let us know.
Yeah, go try them out and give us feedback. If you find one that keeps failing, let us know. Don't just be like, this sucks, right? Let us know. Like you're literally in here while we're building it. And that's why we haven't been pushing, you guys are the base group that's helping us build this. So when you speak up and say, hey, can you try to make this one better or fix this output, or it would be nice if we had these columns, let us know. We'll be responsive, because that's what we're trying to do, is build something that you guys find useful. So, and you will run into bots that don't work. I'm prefacing that now, right? Because
100%.
there may be some that just don't work.
One didn't work that I just tried. Yeah.
Yeah.
Yep.
And we'll have to work around that. Some of it's going to be AI limits. Some of it's going to be we ask for too much, right? For social media posts, trying to do 100 might be too many because it's doing 100 times every social media thing. So we need to pare that down, right? Those are things we're going to learn as we go. And if we'll either make it smaller or we'll figure it out more. So we'll find it. What I can tell you is, because Ed and I both have a problem, we don't accept no as an answer. So we'll find a workaround. Some may be quicker than others, but we will find a way. So, because I was told I couldn't get Content Maxima to generate the reports any faster when they were taking 15 minutes. And now, as you guys have seen, they take 15 to 30 seconds per report. Some maybe a minute.
Give yourself more credit, Rob. Those reports, especially that matrix, that was taking 45 to 60 minutes. Like, I don't think people appreciate a 45-minute to 60-minute wait time for one report. That's one of the files that's going into this system. I mean, yeah. But if you didn't know that, you're like, whatever.
Yeah. So that's all we got tonight. Unless you guys got more questions, drop them in Q&A. I know there's a little bit of delay, so I can fill that with just nonsense that I just talk and gabbish and chit chat. I'm good at that.
Thanks for the kind words, Jeff and MC, on your way out the door. Thank you.
Yeah, and MC, just drop us an email. I'll try to get you connected, because we have talked about offering some content plans. So we'll see what we can work out. I can promise you it's not going to be like $5, but we'll see what we can do and see if we can come to something. So, because there's a lot of work that goes into it, especially to make a extremely complex one. So
there it is, guys. The most advanced AI agent library on the web, and it's yours.
Yeah. Well, sounds good, guys. We will catch you next week, and then we'll just keep building from here. And like Ed said, if you go be an affiliate, sign up, get yours paid for by getting other people to sign up, right? We haven't started the marketing push. Once we do and we start getting bigger, it's coming. And
it's coming.
I'm not sure the price will stay where it's at forever, right? I'm not looking to, make it so expensive it's crazy, but with what we're adding, it'll probably go up over time just because our costs go up for even the hosting of all these bots and stuff, right? If you think about that kind of stuff. So, but you guys have a great night. We will talk at you guys later.
Thanks, everybody.